put lipstick all over my cup. This is the view, guys. It's kind of gloomy outside. Oh, the sun's right there. It's finally coming out. Hey Boosters, this is Dominique from DLM Journey. I'm doing a quick video on the top 10 rules for nursing clinicals. You guys that are new to my channel, my name is Dominique. I am a registered nurse. I'm currently working on a medical surgical unit. Actually in the process of revamping my blog, so it's taking up a lot of my time. I was also going through a lot of transition from a work perspective, and I am trying to come up with ways to continue my blog at least. Please be on the lookout. My blog is www.dlmjourney.com. It is for nursing students and for nurses that are just starting out their careers. Excited to be making this video with you guys. As you can see, my hair grew since the last time I was on YouTube, and I'm just really excited. If you're interested in reading about this article, this video is actually derived from a nursing article that I wrote that is getting a lot of views right now. I will put down the link below in the description. Before we get started, I do want to say how important it is to know where you stand as a nursing student and you're going into an unknown territory. Whenever you enter an institution, just know you're the guest. When you enter any kind of facility, just remember that you are representing your school. So it is important to stay professional and to walk in with confidence. I think clinicals are so vital to your success once you graduate nursing school. In particular order, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and list the top 10 rules for nursing clinicals. So number 1, please, students, know your student nurse handbook. Every facility, every school has to have a student nurse handbook. This is your guide. This is how you know what supplies to bring. It has your HIPAA rules and policies. Expectations as a student is in this handbook, so I suggest that you look through it very thoroughly and know what you can and cannot do when you enter a facility. Number 2, I don't even know, I'm looking here is because my laptop's here, so bear with me. Number 2 is look presentable. Again, do I have to stress this enough that you're a representative of your school and you have to look very professional. Some facilities are very picky with how you look during your nursing clinicals. For me, in my case, I don't think that anybody should be scared to do their makeup, hence I get my makeup done. There are things that you guys should be mindful of when you're at your clinicals that is just a standard no matter what. You're at bedside and you're at your clinical, it's important to have your hair up. Your hair should not be down like this. Because hair gets in the way while you're doing your nursing care. God, this lighting right now, the sun is vivid, the sun is powerful. Mind the sun. Okay, so every nurse or student nurse is allowed to have a manicure. However, you are not allowed to have acrylics or gels, or your nails cannot be long. Acrylics and gels have the allows the perfect opportunity for infections and other bacteria to build up under your nails, so which is not good. So for the nurses, I said nurses, like, you know, men that are nurses. Anyway, so keep your beard nice and tight. You can't have your beard hanging out and expect that you know, some of it can fall off, and it's just keep it nice and tight. I think there was also a study, which I will not reference because I don't have the reference, but there's also a lot of bacteria that grow in men's beards, so that's nasty. Sorry guys, you're gonna have to go to your barber every 2 weeks. Also, for your scrubs, a lot of facilities have their own colors. I think in my facility, we have students wear red scrub tops from every school. It doesn't even matter. Whoever comes into our facility and they're a student, they have to wear red, and that's how we recognize them as that they're a student. No matter what the color is, please make sure that your scrub tops and your scrub hands are wrinkle free and appropriate. When I say appropriate, I mean all nature of body cracks should be covered up. You're not covering appropriately, that means that your scrub tops are either too loose or they're too tight. So it's either or. There's always a middle, and with time and a lot of money, you'd be able to find the right size. Number 3, be on time. Self-explanatory, you should never be late. Number 4, be prepared. I knew coming in next week, just for an example, I would be taking 2 patients with similar diagnoses that we're learning in lecture. Light. This is the best that it's gonna be with this light. But anyway, just be ready to answer your professor's questions because they can arise at any time. I personally remember having to learn about the diagnoses and then take the patient, know what the diagnosis is about, and I was expected to know all the meds before I gave them. Every time I popped a pill into the cup, I would turn to my professor and I would tell her, like, this is for blood pressure and it's used to, and I would tell her the class, and it was just very, very specific. Professor was so specific that if other students were not able to answer why they're giving a specific med, then we wouldn't give the med. Long story short, don't give meds unless you know what they're for. Just close the blind. So if it's dark, I'm sorry, it's just how it's gonna be. So number 5 is to be respectful. This should be self-explanatory as well. Be respectful to the patients and the staff members that are going on their shift. Be mindful of your tone and the loudness of your voice. Unfortunately, I came across a group of nursing students that was unreasonably arrogantly loud coming onto the unit that woke up our patients. To be honest, this is quite rude and disrespectful, and I believe that it is important to be mindful of where you are. That is regardless of your comfort level. So next, number 6 is know what you can and cannot do. And this is actually related to the first one that I mentioned about knowing your student nurse handbook. Rules are very particulate, and you know, a lot of your clinical skills that will be practiced in the facility is usually based on what you've already been checked off on. So you know, if you haven't been checked off on IVs, I wouldn't suggest doing an IV by yourself at a facility. Number 7 is to be an advocate. Let's just face the reality. Nursing students have the freshest nursing knowledge, so it is really important to advocate for the patients or the patients that are under your care. I don't know if I still have my nursing friend, or at least one of my nursing colleagues back in the day, but she was such a great advocate that she told her our professor that she feels like she can't give this medication to a smoker because it would increase her blood pressure, and hence that was, and we brought it up to the nursing staff and they were very, very appreciative of the efforts of advocating. Never know what you'll come across, so it's just best to always be an advocate for your patients and for the nursing staff. Number 8 is to learn. So your nursing clinicals is the perfect opportunity to actually practice your clinical knowledge. You should think of this as the opportunity before you actually set foot into a hospital and work by yourself. You're in clinical, try to make correlations and rationale why you're doing the nursing interventions that you do on a daily basis. Number 9 is to help others. It is expected that nursing students, at least 50% of nursing students, don't pass. And I think that us as a nursing community, we should be helping each other during our clinicals, regardless of what the competitive side of us comes out. It's important to make friends and to make sure that you have that support especially since a nursing program is one of the hardest programs out there. Lastly, number 10 is to finish on time. Like anything in life, lateness or being late with a paper, being late for work or late for school, late for clinicals, it's a sign of your interest, and it's anything with life. Being late on something is not a good look for you as a student. You should always be on time, turning in your required paperwork. There you guys have it. Those are the top 10 rules for nursing clinicals. I hope that you guys found this video useful. If you guys are interested in more videos or articles, please visit my blog. It's www.dlmjourney.com. I also have some freebies in there that you guys, if you guys are interested in using some tools or cheat sheets when it comes to your lecture classes. And if you guys want some more videos, give me some ideas. Just, pop into the comment down below and just try to give me some topics that I could write about or make a video about. Since you're here, why not give this video a thumbs up as well and subscribe? And I will see you guys soon. Bye.